feeling. In this video, we're gonna be reacting to GetLikePrincee, the biggest hater in the music industry, the biggest hater in music history. Alright, better get to it.
One of the biggest crash outs in hip-hop. Throughout her time in music, on many different occasions, we done seen her really blow up on people. Travis Scott, Cardi B, for example. Recently, her and SZA just went on this whole Twitter war. Both of these fan bases were just going at it, and it was viral everywhere, all over the internet. Now, we in 2025, y'all do not need no introduction to Nicki Minaj. We all know who she is and how she get down. I mean, one of the biggest times we see her really crash out on somebody was that man Travis Scott. Now, for a period of time, there was in a real competition. What I mean by this, an album competition is what I mean. Now, y'all know how I feel about Astroworld. If you don't watch my videos before, y'all know I think Astroworld is one of the best albums from the 2010s. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because Travis and Nicki will both drop on the same day. And this album that she dropped, Queen, was just such a big moment for her because it had been years since she's dropped leading up to this moment. And this was supposed to be her moment. This was supposed to be her album. So, you know, she put it out. She thinking everything about to go sweet till Travis really put out Astroworld. And the numbers was crazy. I mean, way more than Nicki. She would drop her album, Queen, that did 185K first week. And that's really good. But what is that compared to Astroworld that did 537,000 copies first week? And the aftermath of these two albums would be insane.
I ain't even gonna lie, Travis Scott, he do got a solid fan base. I don't really listen to Travis Scott music for real, but Astroworld and Utopia, shit, boy, Travis Scott, he got a solid ass fan base. Like, I won't even lie, his fan base is solid as fuck, bro.
Would change music as a whole forever. This war between these two artists changed the way Billboard looked at music forever. So these two albums came out. Travis outselling Nicki. She get mad. She getting angry. So she would get on her radio show. She talking crazy about Travis, calling him auto-tune man, calling him trash, doing all of this.
Hold of the week, of course, is Travis Scott. Ooh. Travis Scott on Thursday, when he realized the Queen was about to have the #1 album in America, he and his label decided to have Kylie and baby Stormy put up a tour pass. He had her go and post and say, "Hey, me and Stormy can't wait to see y'all." How are you selling something that does not have anything to do with your album, but it's being counted on Billboard as album sales? But what we not gonna do is have this auto-tune man coming up here selling sweaters and telling y'all he sold 500,000 albums, because he didn't. And there's a lot of rappers behind the scene that want to talk about it and they're scared. But sweetheart, I'm not scared. I'm legendary in these streets.
And I mean, she did bring up valid points through her little criticism rant, because in the rap space, well, music in general, the bundle game was so crazy. The bundle game was crazy for a long time. Whenever a big artist would drop an album, most of the time, most of their sales would have came from bundles. They selling t-shirts, it come with the album. You buy a ticket, it come with the album. They sell this, it come with the album. They sell that, it come with the album. And it was such a big...
Which is a smart thing to do. Like, you put a little incentive up in there, you put a little hoodie up in there that's signed. They will want to buy your album because it's signed by you. Like, the hoodie is signed by you, gang. So that's going to make them want to get the album because they know they finna get a fucking hoodie that come with it that's signed by you. That's smart.
A lot of niggas was like, man, like, these numbers inflated by these bundles. And it's a known fact. Astroworld was inflated by these numbers. I might love the album, but I'm not blind. I'm not a dick rider. That was inflated by bundles. Same with Nicki Minaj's album. That was also inflated by bundles. And like I said, this Nicki Minaj Travis Scott situation made these bundles such a problem, such an issue. Recently, past few years, Billboard would come out and officially change the rule. They would really shut down a lot of the bundles. In 2020, Billboard would say this: Billboard has set dates for new rule changes to its charts, doing away with the controversial practice of bundling albums with concert tickets and merchandise to drive market shares and music sales. The changes also affect instant digital sales attached to purchases for physical albums delivered at a later date, effective immediately. Billboard will no longer approve any album/ticket bundles offered. Moving forward, albums will only be counted if promoted as an add-on sale to a ticket purchase. As with ticket bundles, an album must be promoted to an add-on to a merchandise purchase, not baked into the price of a non-album item. And before I keep talking about this, make sure you go tap in with me on Instagram and GetLikePrincee. I'm really she was, you know, calling out Travis, complaining about what Travis was doing. She was doing the same thing. She would release her own bundles, her own clothing drops.
So basically, we just highlighting that Nicki Minaj is hypocritical with this Travis Scott situation. Now, the whole Cardi B and Nicki Minaj situation originally wasn't not the fans that started it, and then after that, obviously them two got into it and they took it to a whole nother level. But it's normally, typically with a lot of these like artists getting into it, I swear to God, it start with the fans, and then like the artists will recognize what's going on, and then they will start saying shit. But it really be starting with the fans, gang.
She was doing clothing drops with Virgil Abloh. That's crazy. But she was really trying to do what she could to compete with Travis. And after the fact, she would still be on Twitter going off on Travis. My first album sold 400K. No one is doing that with debut albums now, so I'm grateful. I lost out on 12 hours of sales and did 200K in 1 week after I was supposedly canceled. I bit my tongue last Queen Radio, but I won on Tuesday. I love y'all so much. I looked at the numbers. Carter's, Kanye, Nas, etc. Travis did 200K in his first week off clothes alone. I spoke to him last night, and he said he'd been selling clothes before the music. But I don't say they'll change the rules because of this, but I think it should be changed now. And this was a real big situation for a while. They had their problems. Well, it was kind of one-sided because Travis wasn't really arguing back with Nicki. He might have said a little response here and there, but it wasn't like him talking crazy to her. For a while, that was that until last year. Now, the beef, the issues with Nicki kind of sparked back up, but it wasn't a serious issue. Last year, basically a year from now, really, came out like August last year, Travis will re-release one of his old projects, Days Before Rodeo. And this did numbers. That album Travis Scott put out did numbers you would expect from a brand new Travis Scott album. It sold 300K first week, but it was in competition with somebody. It was in competition with Sabrina Carpenter, this hot new artist. Y'all know who that is. She dropped the album the same week. They in competitions. It was this whole big controversy back then, and Sabrina Carpenter was basically on some.
Was it?
I'm a beat out Travis for Nicki. I'm gonna do this for Nicki.
I do not remember seeing this back in 2018 again. Like, these niggas be too tapped in, because I do not remember seeing this back in 2018, bro. And I was, back in 2018, I was, 11? So I was, mind you, that's when I was, like, really tapped into, like, the celebrity life. Now, I don't really be giving a fuck. Like, I follow Shade Room, and Shade Room, low-key, the only way I stay with celebrity business, because they always in celebrity business, gang. The Shade Room, I ain't even gonna lie, I feel like the Shade Room should not be a page no more. They be all up in celebrity business, gang. But I digress. So back then, I was really like on the social media shit and the celebrity life shit. I feel like I was more parasocial as a child than obviously I am now as an adult. But I do not remember all of this shit, bro. Like, I do not remember none of this happening back in 2018, gang. I just remember listening to the album.
Huge situation, but it was there. She was still supporting it. But another big beef, another time we would see Nicki really crash on somebody was recently with her and Megan Thee Stallion. Now, it went a lot further than her and Travis. There was that little situation.
Okay, I remember this one.
About Travis did what he did. But Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion.
Didn't Meg bring up her rapist husband? And I think Nicki brought up her damn mama. So yeah, this one did get a little serious.
I know y'all remember the whole Megan Thee Stallion Tory situation. Megan got shot by Tory. The whole big thing. Tory in jail. Megan and Nicki were cool at one point. They was dropping music. They dropped a hit song together. But that would change when Megan would start working with Nicki Minaj arch nemesis, Cardi B. Now, these two got beef going back years. It really could be its own video. The beef got that deep. But just know that Megan Thee Stallion, a friend of Nicki, somebody Nicki was working with, will go and work with Cardi B. And at first, it wasn't no problems. But as time would progress, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B relationship would kind of mess up Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion's friendship. And long story short, it would turn to Megan and Nicki having this full-on beef. Now, this wasn't just some regular beef. It wasn't them arguing on social media.
I'm trying to think. I don't even, as a person, I don't give a fuck if my friend, like my homie, is friends with somebody that I don't fuck with. I don't really, because I know me and my homie stand. Like, I know we locked in like this. None of the niggas that I got up in my circle would fuck around and talk shit about me to anybody else. I know that. Like, I got such a close-knit type of friend group. Ain't none of them niggas. So that's why I'm so comfortable with them. Like go ahead, nigga. And then first of all, it's your life. Like, who am I to stop you from talking to somebody like I'm your bitch or I'm like your partner or something? Like I'm your female. Like, who am I to tell you to stop talking to somebody just because I don't like them? Like, I'm not your mother. I'm not your girl. I don't have that no type of power over that. So when I be seeing females be like, oh, you can't be friends with the bitch I'm not friends with, be like, dang. I don't know. To me, I don't know. I think that shit is goofy. I think that's goofy as hell. And I think to be still doing that at this grown ass age is crazy.
It was a lot she was doing. And the internet was really looking at Nicki crazy for this one because it wasn't like, oh, this a regular diss track. She was taking that shit a whole nother level. This is like fighting words.
Yo, Mac, pick up a stick, bruh. Nicki violated you too much. You was trying to get on my head before I had to turn up to big act on you. Why you not responding to Nicki? You got all the energy, but you don't want to give it to the person who actually everybody call the queen. Let me tell you this, man. This music, you don't wait for the queen to die. You kill the queen. You get me? Same with rap. Niggas don't wait for the best rapper alive to die. You take the throne. That's how that man did it, man. Everybody was sucking Jay-Z. Man, that nigga came in and said, that nigga, I'm the best rapper alive. That's why Nicki play with y'all like that. She be sunning y'all every day on the TL. Clowning y'all. Call you alcoholic on one song. She say horseback ride. Look, I be greedy when I'm in your city, painted red like graffiti. I ain't gotta beg for sympathy from the media. Yo, Meg, pick up a stick.
DJ Academics is irritating as fuck.
Pick up a stick. This is why everybody say you overrated.
Then on the other hand, we had Megan dissing her back, talking about her husband.
Right.
He is a strange individual. For context,
right.
Nicki Minaj is married to a registered SO. I can't say the word on YouTube, but he one of them niggas that can't go near schools.
Yeah.
Nicki's married to him. That's his whole situation.
Nicki Minaj got a whole rapist brother that's in jail, if I'm not mistaken. Dead ass. Like, of course she was cool with marrying a sex offender. Her brother is a fucking sex offender, gang. Like, what the fuck?
It's very weird. And Nicki done got called out on that multiple times. But Nicki and Megan full on beef, arguing all the time. XXL will write this. Megan Thee Stallion opened a can of words when she appeared to diss Nicki Minaj on her new song, His. Since then, Nicki been on a multi-day marathon of blasting Megan on social media, culminating with the release of Megan Thee Stallion's diss track, Bigfoot, on Sunday, which received mixed reviews online. Nicki refuses to stand down and is continuing her onslaught of verbal jabs and audio sound bites. Despite proclaiming victory years, and really I'm telling you all of this so you can understand how often it is she be snapping on people or how far.
But we already knew this. Like, Nicki is like one of the biggest. But if we think about it like this, right? Nicki is one of the biggest haters in fucking music history. We all know this. She never tried to hide who she was. She never tried to hide who she was, gang. She snaps on everybody. We know this. But are we gonna be done fucking with her? Nicki was just at the Turning Point USA event. We didn't cancel her for that. Like, because, and realistically, when we think about it, if Nicki ain't around no more, who gonna really take the throne? Like, who gonna really be? If y'all really listen to Nicki is one of the most lyrical rappers ever. She will say the same shit. She will say the same word, but mean it in 3 different contexts. If y'all really pay attention to what Nicki be spitting, Nicki not like all these other regular female rappers that be talking about they pussy being good. Although she do talk about that too. Nicki be talk like, if you listen to Nicki and how she raps, she is one of the most lyrical person. Like, she is a lyricist. I don't think I said that right. But she's a lyricist. I don't think I'm saying that right. But she knows how to put a word together. She knows how to put words together and make them sound so cold, but she's actually meaning something behind what she's saying, bro. Like, genuinely, I can't think of no other female rapper that raps as good as Nicki. I can't think of none of them. Every female rapper today is talking about dick being good and they pussy being good. That's all I hear. It be the lamest shit. Like, these female rappers nowadays, I don't even listen to none of them. Because it's the same shit. They all saying the same shit. It's ass as fuck. Nicki is the only female rapper I could really listen to and be like, bro, this shorty cold. Because if you think about what she's saying and how she's saying it in the context that that's why she say the barbers got to go to school. Because if you go to school, you know that Nicki really be talking in her rap. She don't be rapping like all these regular female hoes. No, she actually spitting some shit. And she spit it in the most coldest ways, gang.
Some of these
Like,
situations.
genuinely, that's why Nicki feel like she could talk like this, because she knows she not going nowhere.
Such and such, and my brother. So you let everyone just be under the bus, be thrown under the bus. You let the baby be thrown under the bus, Tori, your best friend, your mom. You better go conjure up your mother and say and apologize. That's disgusting. I said, our bodyguard as well. We ain't even gonna run down the list. We'd be here all night. But I understand how you begged. I was trying so hard, like not to pay your dumb ass no mind, because I could tell you was thirsty. You was, and I don't know if you sucked my DJ dick, but you was his best friend, hitting him every day. Can I get a queen radio? Can I get a queen radio? I go on live, you begging my fans. Tell her to add me.
The way she would act when beefing with people, it would get so bad to a point where niggas online was really like, are you on drugs? Like, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I remember people thought Nicki Minaj was a crackhead. Nah, gang. Never seen.
Because the way she was acting.
Yeah, people dead thought Nicki Minaj was doing crack because of how, like, she would just randomly go off on a motherfucker, like, on some random shit. She would just go off on a nigga. Like, it'd be, like, her beefing with SZA was weird. Her beefing with my boo Solana, I was like, y'all not even in the, like, y'all in the same industry, but y'all not even in the same genre. Solana is R&B. You're rap. How did you even, like, get into it with her? Like, Nicki getting into it with all the rap females, okay, like, it's giving you don't want to give up the throne. The throne. I said the crown. I was thinking of crown and throne. It's giving you don't want to give up the throne. But beefing with Solana, who's in a whole nother genre as you, it's kind of like, yeah, you just beefing with anybody. So, yeah, people did genuinely think Nicki was on crack. I would have thought she was probably, like, manic or something. I would have probably thought she was like, borderline personality disorder. Like, bipolar disorder. Like, I would think she had, no, not borderline personality. I would think she had bipolar disorder. I wouldn't think she's on crack. I would genuinely think she's bipolar. The way she be like, flip-flopping.
It was her, SZA, TDE, Punch, was everybody. Nicki would tweet this. Y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We got receipts. I never even responded to him. What's his name again, y'all? Then she would say, we have every tweet of your insistent bullying and lying. Your name was added to the shit list, shitty drawer. Same thing that make you laugh. Then she was calling his dick little. She was saying she got proof of being bullied and lied on by men publicly on the platform she uses for her job. Nicki would say he failed to disclose to the public that I rejected business propositions and thereby acting in what appears to be a retaliation purposefully used to cause financial damages to engage in a smear campaign against the brand. Then SZA would come in defending, TDE, defending Punch because SZA signed the TDE.
Oh, she said this about Rich.
And she should, though. I mean, if I'm SZA and I'm signed to a record label and I feel like you're spilling negative shit for no reason, I'm gonna defend my record label too. Like, SZA ain't do nothing wrong, gang. Now this was genuinely Nicki Minaj just being a bitch. Her being her bitch tendencies and going off on SZA. Because SZA genuinely didn't do shit wrong. She just saw you spilling negative comments about somebody that probably wasn't real. And she just felt like it was unnecessary, and so she said something. She stood up for her record label. Ain't shit wrong with that, gang.
No, you sing it. She was like, no, you sing it. I was like, please, I can't sing. Y'all, why? Beyonce said with a straight face, yes, you can, in that calm Texas drawl. None of us wanted to sing those shit lyrics. Beyonce's voice was already on it. I re-sang it and sent it to her, and sent it back with her vocals under mine. Thank goodness. I get bullied by millions online every day to step my ass out on a packed stadium tour where people show me real love in real life. My parents are healthy and I'm the most successful I've ever been. Get some fucking perspective and bark at the wall.
Hey, SZA, I appreciate.
Somebody says you inserted yourself in some shit and now you want to play victim. She says I wasn't even talking about anyone. I just got off stage talking about retrograde niggas at me. Calling a black woman a mutt to defend another black woman is so cooked.
Literally.
In the schools.
That's so crazy. Calling a black woman a mutt to... How the fuck... Alright, gang. It be the contradictory. How the fuck you gonna call one black woman a mutt but then go to defend another black woman? How the fuck you do that? You should be defending all black women then.
Congratulations, says absolutely. You ain't heard the album that went number 1 13 weeks? That should have let you know I'm out. Get mine.
Now, Nicki Minaj is a real interesting character because, you know, she been in the game for so long.
Yeah, Nicki,
Nicki
been
like she just better than everybody else because this whole SZA situation.
Genuinely, Nicki. Okay, yeah, Nicki does think because that whole SZA situation was uncalled for. Like I said, her and SZA are in two different genres. How the hell did y'all even get into it? Type shit. But Nicki, like, genuinely, there is no female rapper that is fucking doing the game how Nicki is doing the game. So genuinely in the rap space, I could get her talking that big shit because we all know we don't want Nicki Minaj to genuinely go somewhere as far as rap, because genuinely I want everybody to answer this question. What female rapper is really fucking with Nicki Minaj? And I'm talking about lyrically. What female rapper is actually fucking with Nicki Minaj, gang? Nobody. If we lost Nicki, we would just have a bunch of females out here talking about dick and pussy. We would just be listening to nigga rap, but in a female rap. At least Nicki, like, she still talks about dick and pussy, but at least she does it, but she does it in a way that is so lyrically, so it's cold. And it's like, I would rather listen to somebody lyrically make it make sense and make it sound so raw than just a female out here talking about, yeah, my pussy good, yeah, his dick fine, but that's sexy red, by the way. Like, I can't, no. Genuinely, Nicki knows she not going nowhere because she know genuinely there's no female in the game that can rap the way she does. And there's not. I genuinely don't know what female would take over rapping if Nicki actually just said, fuck it, I'm gone. I would not listen to female rap no more. I promise you, I don't even listen to no other female rapper besides Nicki Minaj. So if she left, I promise you I'm not listening to that shit no more, gang. I would rather listen to niggas talk about that shit than, nah. Nope, I ain't even gonna lie. Hey man, if y'all enjoyed the video, man, y'all already know what the fuck to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Y'all boys are new. I'm catch y'all boys in the next one. Yeah.